Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a unusual Monday early evening stream. But I got a package in the mail today and I am impatient. So originally I was planning on doing it at 7 this evening and then realized that I didn't have to wait that long if I didn't want to. So we're shooting for 5 o'clock instead. Ring of shame. Let's see. We potentially have everybody started chatting before the stream started, so we'll see if they're actually here. But potentially we have Jax, Shroom. Jax says you don't have to abbreviate it. That's true. As a matter of fact, anytime for the longest time when I would see people, putting NKD on their Instagram, I kept having to Google it to figure out what NKD stood for. Stitch says, bet, new knife. Yes. LeBreton says, I'll be back. No problem. Spiral says, hi. Hello, Spiral. How are we doing today? Scylla says, Unc. And then, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing very well. How are you? Eldon's here, says hi. Hi, Eldon. 3 says hi, and no knife day. Well, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Full disclosure, this is not the unboxing of the Dodo Industries Gaivo. I have not received that yet. I do not know if that's shipped yet. So there is one more unboxing in the plans. That is probably going to be the last unboxing for quite some time. And Scylla says, I'm good, thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear it. And LeBreton is back. Welcome back, LeBreton. So how is everybody doing today? Has everybody had an all right start to the week? It is the end of Monday, so the week has officially started. Hopefully everybody has a pretty good read on how the week is looking so far, and hopefully it's going well for everybody. So yeah, this is not the Dodo Industries Gaivo. This is something that I had I tried to hit a clip, but I couldn't. Sometimes that happens. Anytime, any clip that I ever get and post, any short that I put out there is usually about 45 minutes worth of flipping to grab a 10-second clip. I mean, I'm nowhere near your quality of flipping, so it's probably much easier for you, but I can still relate, definitely. And then Wavy says, Warp. What's going on, Wavy? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the week. Hopefully the week is starting all right for you. How are we doing today? The other funny thing about this particular package was, while last week was ending, I was checking the shipping, the expected delivery date for this Bali, and it was telling me that it was going to be here on Friday. So this morning I opened up my email to just confirm that it was still showing Friday, that it wasn't pushed back even further. And it told me that it was getting delivered today, and lo and behold, it did. So the United States Postal Service granted me use of some sort of wormhole that got me the Bali a full week early, which is awesome. I figured out how to go from standard grip parabolic into overhand scissor, and that's the start of the combo, and it's been a little difficult. Gotcha. Well, good luck. I look forward to seeing the clip whenever you can land it on film, or whenever you can record landing it. The week is going good. I'm now home from camp. I'm so glad. Hopefully camp was good. And then Scylla says bye. Okay, bye, Scylla. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so New knife day. Always a good day. Not one that I was expecting to have as quickly as I did. Like I said, I was expecting on it coming in at the end of the week, and it came 4 days early. So I figured as soon as I got confirmation that it was in my mailbox, I would immediately schedule the stream for as early as possible, because I always do my unboxings on stream, but I didn't want to wait any longer than I absolutely had to open it up and flip it. What's the new knife? I missed it. You have not missed anything. I have not opened it yet. We are good. And then I just see a bunch of boxes. I'm assuming that those are the LeBreton eyes, but I just have to guess on that. Yeah, so we can get into it. I don't necessarily want to wait. So let's do that. Ethan says, "Oh my gosh, I'm early enough to find out the new addition to Fine Uncle's collection." And Kickflips is here as well. Hey, what's up, Unc? What's going on, Ethan? What's going on, Clickflips? I'm sorry. Hopefully everybody is having a good start to the week. And yeah, let's get into it. And then Octane says, "I got a Hydra, but I'm sending it back, so I'm getting a cat trainer." Like this cat trainer is what you're talking about? If so, this is a really, really good Bali. I love it. I've said a number of times, I like my cat more than I like the cheese, because I like the balance of the cat better. It's a little less handle bias. It's a little more on the neutral side from my perspective. So I mean, it's good for me. And then Kang is here as well. Welcome, Kang. So Octane, that is the one that you're getting. Cool. I hope you like it. I really love mine. And Kang, to answer your question, I had let everybody else know also, no, this is not the Gaivo. I have not gotten a notification that the Gaivo has shipped yet. So as soon as I get that notification, I'll let everybody know when that stream is going to be scheduled. But no, this one actually, I purchased this, and then literally, I want to say like within 2 minutes of placing my order for this, I got notification that I had won the Gaivo. So yeah, two new Bali. The anticipation of 2 new Balis all in a single day, one that I had ordered and one that I had won. So the Gaivo unboxing is yet to be scheduled, but at some point here, we'll get into that one. Nope, this one is a Squid Industries Balisong. What's the price range of this package to be? What's the price range of this package to be able to guess? Well, I mean, you should probably be able to start guessing just based off of the box and the fact that it's not a white box. So we're not talking titanium here. But yeah, I'm fairly confident people are going to be able to. Has Unc indulged in a squid trainer? I guess we'll have to find out. Pink Kraken trainer. I guess we'll have to find out. So, Bali in the bag. Had to get the Unc Pink. Squid trainer is slept on. Or a third, fourth Kraken. I don't have enough Krakens for this to be my fourth. If this is a Kraken, then this would be number 3. Squid trainer is slept on. I love the squid trainer. Yeah, but yes, I got the Unc Pink Kraken trainer that says Bali Unc. If it will get in focus. Yeah. So one of the things that I've been talking about is how I have I love the Krakens, but I always have the concern about carrying around either of my Krakens with me when I'm out and about, because they are live blades, and where I am at, I could get in trouble for carrying a live blade. So now I have a trainer Kraken that I can carry around with me that is in this amazing pink, super, super pretty pink. And then I have a speed channel Kraken and a full channel Kraken. So, and then Cloud Chaser says, "My guy, I had to end stream to join. Couldn't miss the stream, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hate for you to have had to end the stream, but I thank you for arriving. Yeah, triple Kraken play. So now I have the trainer and I have a speed channel and a full channel Tonto. And then Sammy's here. Sup, Unc? What's going on, Sammy? How are we doing today? Welcome to the show and welcome to the beginning of the week. The Kraken is good. Can't complain with a Kraken. I agree. I have not flipped a train, or I'm sorry, yeah, a Kraken trainer since I had Ethan's. And I remember at first I was thrown off because of the weighted silencer, the zippy insert that was in it. And then after I had kind of figured out balances, I had to put the weight back in the blade. So this is going to be interesting flipping with no weight in the blade. Another Kraken is a win. Yes, I agree. Always got to have at least two Krakens. No way. What's up, Ted and Ethan? And does anyone in existence just have one Kraken? So far, since I've joined the hobby, I have met very, very few that just have one. I wonder what Balisong people have bought more than... wait, I wonder what Balisong people have bought more than one of the most. And 3 says, I have 0. Eldon says, is that your only Kraken trainer? This is my only Kraken trainer. And what kind of bums me out is the fact that Zippy doesn't have the inserts for the trainer in pink. And I think that would look really sick. So I might do some fiddling around and seeing if I can figure something out. But and then Pico says, I have 5 or 6 Krakens. Sammy says, can never have too many Krakens. I personally have 2 or 3. And Eldon, oh, I already read Eldon's. 3, trade your entire collection for Kraken, says King. Should definitely get yourself a terrible Bali just like mine for the memes, maybe a collab. Cruz says, hey, what's up, Unc? Hey, what's going on, Cruz? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the week. Silver or black inserts might look good. So the thing is, I do have some little weighted ball bearings that I got with my Bandage Knives Stitch B1. And I also, in preparation for something like this, making my own inserts, I do have some pink hot glue. So theoretically, I could try to make my own. I don't know if I'm going to. I might just, it all depends on how it flips for me. I know that this is going to be handle bias in comparison to my current preferences, but like I said, it's been a while since I have flipped a Kraken trainer, so we'll see. I'm gonna oil this up first and then we'll get started. I think the files for the inserts are public if you can find them. So the only thing with printing my own is if I were to do that, I don't know that I would be able to get a weight in there. So I don't know. Interestingly, this did not come slathered in oil. So hopefully it sucks the oil in really well. And then we'll get to flipping and we'll see how handle bias this is in comparison to the live blades. Man, these these handles are so pretty though. I love it. The pink is awesome. Thank you. I agree. I agree. All right, let's see. Ooh. That was the bite handle. All right, so this is not as comically handle bias as I was actually afraid that it was going to be. Free there in Bali Tech. Matches the water bottle. Yeah, it matches a lot on my desk, as a matter of fact. This feels sluggish a little bit. I'm wondering if the oil just needs to work its way in, or if the oil is what's making it sluggish. Whoa, Unc, gotta slow down with learning that quick. You're putting me to shame. Not a chance. Octane says flip the cheese. I will flip the cheese in a minute. I'm right now, this entire stream is for the sole purpose of me unboxing and being able to flip this. So this is going to be my daily public carry for the foreseeable future. Because when I got this knowing this is the last Bali that I'm buying for a very, very, very long time. But then, like I said, right as soon as I got this, as soon as I ordered it, you know, within 2 minutes, I learned that I won the Gaivo by Dodo Industries. So I have another Bali on the way, but I am done purchasing Balis for quite a bit. Recently, QC 8 out of 10 chances washers are facing the wrong way. Hence the sluggish. Okay. Yeah, we'll just we'll work it in. We'll see what happens. Another thing that I'm thinking about is whether or not I may want to, even though I literally just got this, whether or not I may want to do a handle swap, knowing that I'm probably not going to, unless I can get you know, pink inserts for the blade. I'm probably not going the blade insert route. So one thing that I might do instead to offset if it does feel overly handle bias is doing a handle swap with my Unc Kraken, so that, you know, this just has the Bowie blade on it, and the trainer blade gets the speed channels, which I think would offset the wait, no, that would, yeah, that would offset the handle weight. So I might do that at some point, but I think I'm going to keep it like this for a while and just kind of get used to it. What do you think of my clip in your server? I liked all of it except when you threw the Bali at the end. I thought that it was clean. I thought it was nice. And then definitely handle swap at some point would be really cool, even just as a stream idea. I could do that. And then Ted says speed trainer could be blade bias, which I'm not immediately opposed to the idea of it being slightly blade bias. Definitely something I will consider, and I might just do to try, and then knowing full well that I can put it right back the if I don't like it. How long have you been flipping now? So as of the beginning of this month, I have been flipping for a full year. So not very long. What did you get? I got the Unc Pink Kraken trainer. That is what I had gotten. Could you do could do pink handle on bite sides and have matching pink and teal live and trainer? I've actually thought about that quite extensively. I was really toying around. So what Ted is saying is doing a single handle swap between these two, so that my community Kraken has a teal and a pink, because these, I mean, the way that both of these kind of pop, they would match really well. So that is, Ted, a very good option that I have thought extensively about. But like I said, for the time being, I think what I'm going to do is leave this exactly as it is, play around with it, get used to it, and then from there, I might just start fiddling around with, okay, let's try, a bite handle swap between the two, or swapping the blade between the Unc Kraken and the Unc Trainer, because I guess now this is the Unc Trainer versus the Unc Kraken. And then Cruz says, whoa, 1 year. Yes, a full year now. Got to beat it a little to match the teal. Well, the teal, honestly, I haven't beat it very much. It hasn't dropped on concrete very many times. So there are only a couple scuffs, but it has seen the pavement. That is true. Okay, this does not feel as sluggish at the moment. Or maybe it's just, I don't know. This is first impressions anyways. I'll need some time to spend with it. What's the belly called? This is the Squid Industries Kraken Trainer. So I'm not going to be buying any new bellies because I'm building a new one wheel. Very cool. Very cool. I have seen those one wheels. They look really neat. Definitely not something that I would trust myself on, but very cool. All right, so let's do some of the other stuff that I've been working on. Yeah, that was right. Still don't have the shortstop down. I think I have successfully landed the shortstop twice. Both times were ugly, but I actually landed it. I'm not going to be buying any new Baileys ever. Comb for life. Yeah, I can feel that. I can get behind it. Oops. And oh, I don't know what I can't remember what I was just about to say. So. So everyone is aware, this is probably not going to be a super long stream because again, it's not my typical streaming day. Literally the only reason I'm streaming is because I wanted to unbox this and start flipping it, start playing with it, take a look at what the pink looked like IRL, and it looks amazing. Sazin says, it took me like 3 months to get the shortstop. My thumb kept getting in the way. Yeah, my issue with the shortstop at the moment is the fact that I learned the first bit and then the second bit. Oops, I just lost that. And then thought, okay, now let's put them together after really drilling the first half and the second half. And didn't realize just how hard it is to stitch those two together. Whereas had I tried to learn it all in a single fluid motion, that may have been easier. So right now, what I have been working on is when I start the shortstop, when I catch it, I'm immediately like cocking my hand back and getting used to that momentum, so that I might be able to start smoothing it out that way. But hate when time seems to slow when you're anxious for something to happen. Agreed. It happens all the time. Oh, this last 40 minutes, time seems to be going in slow motion. Yeah, that's the way of things when you're looking forward to something happening and it seems like the closer you are to it, the longer it takes. Just think using the momentum to bridge the gap. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do is because my muscle memory keeps stopping that momentum right here. And so now I'm starting to drill just doing this so that I can build new muscle memory to keep that momentum going. We'll see how well it works. And then K-Dog says, what's up, Scott? I have the Kraken Trainer with glow-in-the-dark zippy inserts and caps. Very popular with kids and new flippers. Yeah, and I'm a huge fan of the Kraken, but like I have said numerous times before, where I am at, I am not completely confident that I can carry a live blade Bali with me when I am going out and about all of the time. So I have wanted a Kraken Trainer that I can always have with me. And as soon as I realized that Squid had a pink one out for their seasonal colorway, um, I was sold. I was super excited. Um, and then Sazan says you'll get it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I believe that I will. My stance on flipping for me and for anybody else is so long as you keep trying, sooner or later it's going to work out. But it's nothing that you necessarily need to rush. I don't need to be a competitive flipper ever, and will never be a competitive flipper. But I don't need to be like super good, super fast. I have been flipping now for officially for 1 full year, and I have always been telling myself that my learning path is a slow and steady one, as opposed to needing to crank out stuff. So every now and then I'll go a month or two where I'm not trying to learn anything. I'm just trying to work on my flow. I'm doing a lot of mindless flipping, or just flipping and kind of watching what the Bali does and figure out, okay, from here I can do this, I can do that, and from there I can do, and then I run into the short stop or something that stops me, and then I just start over again. But sometimes I'll go months where I just flip, and then other times I will try in a single week to start learning like 4 new tricks. um, it has ebbs and flows. What's going on, Spark? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the beginning of the week. What I got was the pink Kraken trainer. So that right there. And then we were talking a little bit about how once I kind of get used to this, once I have some time flipping it as is, I may toy around with doing a blade swap between this and the Unc Kraken if I feel this is too handle bias, to put the speed channels on it and just get to put the speed channels on the trainer and just get the Bowie blade on the pink one. If the alternative is I might do like a bite handle swap between the teal and the pink, because these two colors go really well together. So we'll see what happens. But at the moment, we're keeping it as is. Another Kraken, when I saw that colorway, I immediately thought about how much you'd love it. Yeah. A couple people had reached out to me and said that it was right up my alley, and I agreed wholeheartedly. I want to get an all silver live blade to beat. Scuffs show too much on anodization, but some people like the battle look. Yeah, that's honestly when I got my stainless steel Astra. I got the Astra specifically in silver for that exact reason, because scuffs I thought would show up too much on the black. Even though I was getting that specifically to be a beater, I wanted any scuffs and scratches and stuff like that. I kind of want it to fade in with the raw material. And Jax is here, and Jax says, "What knife?" So I ended up getting the Squid Industries Kraken trainer in their seasonal pink. So that's what I got. I love the tune of my Bali. There's something so fun about doing crazy stuff on 10-pound Balis. Yeah, I am a sucker for rattly Balis. Like, a lot of people tend to take their washers out of their Squiddy Als, and I think it sounds, I mean, to some degree, it sounds horrible, but that horrible sound, the rattle of a Bali, I appreciate. I enjoy it. It's music to my ears. Yeah. So, and Pico's laughing, and Jack says, "Nice. Such a nice pink. I'm glad Squid brought their pink back." Yeah, had their previous pinks been this bright, or had they been more muted? Because this was definitely the brightest one I had seen. What's up, Uncle Quantabulacious? I think I got it right that time, Tony. How are we doing today, Tony? Welcome to the show and welcome to the week. So you are aware, what was unboxed today was I got the Bali Unc Pink Kraken trainer. So that was today's unboxing. Tap, nope, not at all, not at all. So, man, despite the fact that I said I'm going to leave this exactly how it is, the more I'm looking at it and the more I'm watching the pink, the more I'm really thinking about doing a handle swap or a bite handle or handle swap with the community Kraken, because I think that pink and the teal would go really well together. So we'll see. I think I have a video that I am no, I mean tap is the sound that you sometimes. I mean not on any of my Balis personally, but when somebody is flipping a Bali or I'm flipping somebody else's Bali that has that rattle, there's something satisfying about it. The handle swap is calling your name. It is. That is a true statement. And then last pink was like your hat. That's what I thought. I thought that it was a softer pink. So yeah. But that is the unboxing for the day. I am digging it. I am. So. And interestingly, it's not like comically handle bias. It feels, I don't know, I say this with so many Balis that I flip. Like when I went to Blade Show, somebody handed me an Orca and had me flip it and, you know, asked me what I think. And I think my response was something along the lines of, it flips. Like there was nothing, you know, really that stood out to me about it. Like, you know, when I flipped the Glider Arctic, it is comically handle bias, and that, you know, you can't not notice that. You know, when I flip the stainless steel Astra, it is very heavy. You can't not notice that, or I can't not notice that. When I flip my my rep, because I have the 3D printed scales on it, so it's super, from my perspective, it's super blade bias. You know, I can't overlook that. That's not something that just kind of disappears in the flipping experience. But with this, there's nothing that's really standing out as, you know, oh my gosh, this is super handle bias, or, you know, the weight is kind of, it's a non-factor. The balance is kind of a non-factor. It's just, it flips. So that's a win for me. It's been awesome watching you learn, Unc. As I said in my stream, the best part of the hobby for me is watching people get better. It's so satisfying. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You know, I've said a number of times, this is the best hobby that I have ever stumbled into, and it's the community that comes along with the hobby that has kept me in the hobby. Because before I started flipping, I used to go through hobbies every 2 or 3 weeks. You know, I'd pick up a new hobby, I'd really go, you know, feet first into it, and then I would get bored and move on to the next hobby. And ever since I started flipping, I have not picked up a new hobby. I have not had any interest in moving away from this. And it's the community and the fact that, you know, I've gotten nothing but love and support and appreciation from everybody within the community. I haven't gotten any hate whatsoever, which is, you know, really cool. It isn't necessarily everybody's story. You know, some people may get, you know, some drama in the community, but I mean, I have been able to avoid all of it, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing. But thank you. Again, I really do appreciate that. I actually think the Astra is way better than the Impulse in almost every way. So right there are two sides of like the weight spectrum for me, because the first time I flipped the Impulse, I immediately did not like it because it was way too light for me. And it's not quite the same with the Astra because it's not like I immediately didn't like it. I very much liked it, but it's so heavy that it is not my daily flipper. It's not like the flipper I choose. I don't ever come into my office and look at my Balis and say, today I want to flip the Astra. It's always a conscious choice of, okay, am I working on my finger strength? At which point the Astra may be a good decision for me to flip that, because the extra weight will help build those muscles in my fingers. But yeah, for me, the Impulse was way too light, and the Astra is right there on the border of almost being too heavy for me. I thought about a Kraken handle swap, but it makes two different Balis into two same looking Balis. So because I love this pink, and because I love the teal of the Community Kraken, for me, I wouldn't mind the handles being the same, because they wouldn't be two similar Balis. One would be the Live Blade and one would be the trainer. And that way I would be able to pick a teal and pink handled Kraken for whatever occasion, if I'm carrying a Live Blade or if I'm carrying a trainer. So that's definitely a selling point for me, as a matter of fact, Pico. Any progress on my combo? No, but I have honestly not been able to walk my way all the way through it yet, but I have been working on it. I've just been working on the first part of it. I went to my first Bali meet yesterday, got to meet some cool people and check out some awesome knives. That's so cool, K-Dog. I'm going to a Bali meet, as a matter of fact, this coming Saturday. So now that I mentioned that, there is a good chance all of this week's streams may be a little wonky, because I'm streaming on Monday, whereas I typically don't. Let me drop my camera down a little bit. I think I keep going out of frame with the Bali. So normally I don't stream on Mondays, and I'm streaming on Monday. Wednesday's stream should go as it typically does. But I may end up streaming on Friday instead of Saturday this week, because I'm actually going to be going to a Bali meet on Saturday. So I'm probably not going to have my typical noon stream this Saturday, but we'll see, where I can kind of shuffle that over to. What is in the vivarium behind you? So in the vivarium behind me, what's going on, Alejandro? What is going on? Welcome to the show, sir. Getting a little too low with the camera. So what is in there is a boa constrictor. And if you wanted to check it out, if you go onto my channel and take a look at the last stream that I did before this one, it was actually, I did a second stream on Saturday where I pulled, it's a boa constrictor named Ducky, and I pulled her out, and I had a Ducky stream on Saturday where I answer a lot of questions about her. So if you're interested in seeing Ducky and what she looks like and all of that stuff, I do have a stream out there that goes into some detail on what's in the vivarium. And then Tony says, I was debating on getting a Tonto one and a pink one. Wait, getting a Tonto one and a pink one to put the Dama on the pink handles. That would be pretty sick. And then selling the other build. That would be pretty sick. And then that's so cool. I'm sad I missed that, bro. Yeah, every now and then, I think I've had 2 Ducky streams so far. The Ducky streams are just kind of a hangout and chat kind of stream, because if I have Ducky out, I'm not going to be flipping a balisong while I have a snake around my shoulders. But yeah, it's out there if you wanted to take a look at it. Yeah, it was just this last Saturday. But anytime I'm going to do a ducky stream, I always make sure that I post it on the Discord server, so that anybody who might possibly want to know about it can know about it. And on the same accord, anybody who like has a fear of snakes, they're not going to accidentally tune in thinking that I'm going to be flipping Balis and then see a 7-foot long, boa constrictor around my shoulder and freak out. And then Alejandro says, nah, I love snakes for real. Snakes are awesome. And then Jack says you should get a Hydra to compare to the Kraken and cheese. That is a thought. However, like I said, after this, I went into this purchase knowing that I probably didn't need to make it, but that it was going to be my last Bali for quite a long time. Jagan says, do you post on TikTok? No, I don't. I just do YouTube, and periodically I'll put stuff out on Instagram, but I don't have a TikTok. So I don't see myself getting a Hydra anytime soon. But if I ever do, I can definitely do a compare between the Hydra, the Kraken, and the cheese. One thing that I do think that I'm going to do, though, now that I have 3 Krakens between the trainer, the full channel Tonto, and the speed channel Tonto, is I may do a beginner flipper comparison between the differences. So how would a beginner, somebody new in the hobby, what differences would they actually notice between a speed channeled Kraken, a full channeled Kraken, and a Kraken trainer? So that's something that I might do. I've been thinking about that since I put this order in. I probably will, especially if I can figure out a way to do it without having to do any sort of editing, because I hate to edit. So we'll see. Trick progression wise, though, I'm still slop on the shortstop. Ooh, that was not good. The cherry picker is usually better than that. I'm a little more consistent with it, but that was horrible. Man, but I'm not getting it today. Kiss Goodbye, pretty consistent with up until the end. And then here, I struggle getting that around my finger and into a catch. Though one thing that LeBreton kind of pointed me towards was, at the end here, I can just flip it into kind of a shortstop ending, which I try to do a lot, but I haven't smoothed that out yet because my fingers keep getting in the way. The tweak fan I do all of the time, so that one is just super easy for me at this point. I have not done anything with the ladders yet. What you got? Welcome, Grim. I got the Unc Pink trainer, Kraken trainer. So, and then has there been a Dama Weehawk Kraken? Has there ever been a Dama Weehawk Kraken? I do not know. Oh, same. Mine hasn't come yet, though. Mine wasn't supposed to. Mine was, as last week was ending, it had said that it was going to be delivered this Friday. So I went and checked it this morning just to make sure that it was still showing as Friday and that it wasn't being kicked off for a later delivery. And it told me that it was being delivered today. So I was not expecting this until the end of the week. This was a happy surprise. You think the label just got created? Gotcha. Okay. Well, hopefully you get the same blessing of the post office gods that I did, and they tell you one thing and then it comes 4 days earlier, because that would be awesome. But yeah, the color on this is very very up my alley. I absolutely love this thing. This looks sick. I thought that I remembered the trainer blade being a little more ringy than this thing is. This is not ringy in any way, shape, or form, which I'm okay with. I mean, I wasn't expecting like a squid trainer level, persistent ring, but I did think that it rang more than it does. So, but that's not a bad thing. I don't mind it. Thoughts on Austin, Texas? Austin, Texas is really, really cool. I don't know what it's like these days. When I was in the Army, I was stationed in Texas, and we would periodically go down to Austin on the weekends. And there was a main strip in Austin that they would shut the roads down so no traffic could go there. It was just, for walking. And there were a lot of really cool establishments on that strip. But then aside from that, there were a lot of really awesome street performers that would do like spray. That's the first place I ever saw, spray paint street art, where people are using like newspapers to spray multiple layers of spray paint and then use newspapers to kind of wipe away certain layers to make a make art. And so you would just watch this thing turn from just a conglomerate of colors and layers of colors sprayed on top of it to a mountain scene or like a cosmic universe scene very, very quickly. It was really, really cool. So my time in Texas, anytime I went to Austin, I thought Austin was really, really cool. um yeah, so that gets us caught up on chat, and I don't have anything else to do on this particular stream other than flip. So we'll probably keep flipping for a little bit longer, but I don't know that this is necessarily going to be a super long stream. Um, Again, just wanted to make sure that I got this unboxed, and I've promised you guys I will, anything I have to unbox, I will unbox live on stream. So wanted to make sure to do that. But other than that, I got nothing. Not bad timing then, LOL. And he's still going. He is still going. All right. Gonna see the new Christopher Nolan movie. I don't know what the new Christopher Nolan movie is. I don't really go and see movies at theaters these days. Um, I wait until they're out and available on stream, and then I watch them there. So no, probably not. Whatever it might be. I mean, even and we had been big fans of the entire Marvel franchise. And like the Doctor Doom movie is the Odyssey. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one, I'm sure. So I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to seeing it, but am I going to like go and see it in the theater? Probably not. However, Christopher Nolan doing the Odyssey, that sounds like that would be really, really good. So eventually I will see it, but I'm probably not going to see it in theaters. Oh, man. Okay. What else have I been working on? Kiss Goodbye. The Cherry Picker, which was not that great. The Shortstop, which I killed the momentum again. the Helix aerial. I always forget about that one. I'm not great at it. And unlike Ethan, I cannot do a Helix aerial to a choker fan yet. Have I tried the choker fan very much on this one yet? I mean, it should probably be the same as the other Krakens, but I do not smoothly choker fan on the Krakens. I have not figured out a consistent grip on these handles for the choker fan yet, versus like the Orion S. I can choker fan for days on that. With the choker fan, I struggle getting into it from normal flipping, but when I'm starting from just starting from here, it's, you know, not an issue. But I find while I'm flipping, if I decide, hey, I want to get into a choker fan, my hands are always like in the middle of the handle, which is not conducive for me for the choker fan yet. I haven't figured out that transition. So, and I think that's mostly it. Yeah, because I'm not doing anything with the ladder at the moment. I have not worked out that momentum to keep it going smoothly. And I think I'm still doing it super slow in comparison to how I should be doing it, but I'll get there eventually. All right, so with that, I think we have covered everything. I think I have done most of the tricks that I have been working on with the new Bali. So I think we're probably going to get things wrapped up. Yeah, let me know if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, we're going to get things shut down, get things wrapped up. Eldon says, win stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for being here. As always, any of my lurkers, if you guys are tuned in but you haven't been chatting in the stream, totally fine. That makes you a lurker. I love my lurkers. Thank you for being here. Everybody who has been interacting in the chat, thank you for your engagement. You guys are the reason why this has been running for 50-ish minutes, whereas I expected it was going to be a quick 15-minute stream so I could just start flipping my new Bali. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks a bunch. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Ethan says, have a good night, and Pico has sunglasses on. All right, so thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. We'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.